maybe it's interesting to bring up some short sutta which actually speak about the whole gradual training, speak about from the beginning what you need to do, and very far, very advanced, and speak about kind of different obstacle or defilements of the mind, which on different stage of your meditation you need to overcome step by step. And the sutta is Paṃsudhovaka Sutta in Anguttara Nikaya, and meaning of this name or sutta name, it's one who removes the dust, one who clean something dusty or soil, and it gives a simile of a person who clean the gold. Like, I'm not sure how now they do this process, probably something more advanced and developed and so on, but I think principle is similar. It's like first, whenever gold come from earth usually, or from other places, usually first stage they clean it several times up to the point when it's become possible to do something with this gold. You don't have any like external particles, it's like more close to pure gold. Of course, on the later stage they use some temperature and so on, but at the beginning, what at least Sutta say, the person who cleans the gold, it's actually different from the person who work with this gold. So the person who, they call it Goldsmith, who do something with gold, he is more skilled. He's not that guy who cleans the gold. Cleans the gold, it's more, it's like simple work. But it's very important work. It's necessary work. Because if gold would be like defiled or not clean, it's impossible to do something with this. And so the process is, first he cleans the most obvious or gross impurity of this gold, like something solid, like maybe big pieces and so on, and is gold. And then second stage, he do the same. He cleans like in the same way, but then more like middle particles of dust remove. So, and the last stage, more refined, more subtle, almost like a dust go, and then in the end just gold. But even that gold actually is not yet ready. So the first it needs to undergo some temperature and so on. So, and after some time, when the already maybe second person, not first person who clean, he do some like temperature things and so on. And only after some time this gold become malleable, or it's possible to do something with this gold. So this whole process is quite long process. Start from working with very gross things and come to very very subtle things. And in the end, as we know from gold, like we can have like rings or whatever, like any other garments or any other, like even Buddha statues sometimes they do. So many things. But the gold needs to be very pure and malleable quality. So, and in the same way, the Buddha says that the monk or the meditator who engage in development of the mind, so it means he would like to develop his mind. He really, time after time, engage in it. So it can be just normal sitting meditation, walking meditation, or can be just daily activity. In your daily activity, you try to be mindful. You try to clean your mind from defilements. Whenever you see some unwholesome mental state, you try to get rid of this. You not kind of tolerate it. And the first stage, he says that whenever he sees the defilements, like the gross level, the bodily, verbal, and mental bad activity. So it's speaking about sila, like not killing, not stealing, and so on, and even like speak about mental bad activity, something like when you actively think bad about someone or wish him something bad. So these kind of things. But this more like on activity level. And once person see it, he just get rid of this. Like there is a desire, I don't know, to kill the mosquito, yeah? And you observe this desire. Okay, this desire arises. This go. I'm not following this. In mind can happen anything, but I'm not following it. I'm not putting it in action. So this is a basic things. We start from this. Try to abstain from unwholesome and like develop wholesome quality. Don't do like bad things. So that's why I like this sutta. It starts just almost from the beginning. Like it's possible to explain to people, okay, just not kill, not steal. Like it would be good for you. Like it's very beneficial and it's visible from the beginning. And why it's important? Because sometimes people who really dedicate to meditation, like have a retreat after retreat and really spend a lot of time in mental development, they sometimes tend to forget about importance of the sila, importance of morality. Because even on the gross level, you not regret. Like you sit, you meditate, and if you've done something wrong in the past, immediately some thoughts, not immediately, but after your mind become a little bit more settled, some thoughts may arise, oh, like I done something in the past, or I offend him, or whatever, or he offend me, like this kind of, your interaction with people affect your meditation, because once mind is settled, it's naturally mind start to bring up something what was bothering him, like for a while. But if person keep pure bodily, verbal, mental activities, then he sit and meditate much faster, he attains some stability of mind. So this is more basic things. And this sutta speak about first gross defilement, same way as a gold speak about first gross impurities. And second one, and actually what he do, the most important things, what he do, he not tolerate this, he get rid of this, he put it to the end, and he totally put it out of existence, this unwholesome bodily, verbal and mental activities. So he not tolerate. When we speak about the patience and endurance, it's the best quality. So in this way, when we speak about unwholesome like activity, you don't need to endure them. I mean, if, for example, one might say, okay, like I feel patient, I have a habit to steal, you know, and I'm patient with myself. You know, no problem, like it's okay. So with these things, we don't need to be patient, especially with ourselves. Like if we see that this is unwholesome mental state or unwholesome activity, we need to get rid of this as fast as we can. Of course, without any like extreme tension or something like this. Just not tolerate it. Obviously, understand that this is the error, what needs to be corrected, and I do something to correct it. So the second stage, when we speak about more middle, they call it middle level of defilements. It's defilements of or thoughts of they call it kama vitaka, vyapada vitaka, and vihinsa vitaka. So thoughts about sensuality or any sensual thoughts about harming other, and thoughts about ill will or anger. So we know from right thoughts, it's a standard kind of list. So this is a little bit more subtle. Yeah, it's just thinking activity. So I sit and I'm thinking about, oh, what a nice drink. It has been already offered for me, but I didn't yet take it. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe it tastes good, maybe some sugar there. So like these kind of things. It's not that unwholesome activity. Yeah? Like there's no sila. I mean, no. Like nothing abstract me to take food. I mean, even body need food, but we speak now about the person who engage in development of mind, person who meditate, and of course, this thinking about sensuality or thinking about harming others, of course, or thinking about ill will. It's not conducive for meditation, so it's an obstacle that needs to be overcome. And also, again, what person do? He not tolerate it. He put an end on it. He just totally put it out of existence. So, in another word, again, it's not a time to practice khanti or patience. It's a time to get rid of this mental state. Not just the fact that you observe, for example, sensual thought, if this fact would help you to overcome this sensual thought, yes, it's a way. It's a way how you really not tolerate it, but overcome it. But if by observing it, this only increase, and observing is not enough, we need to apply some medicine. We know that there is a medicine. If there is ill will, we need to practice metta and so on. So there are medicine that need to be applied at the right time. And the next stage, when we speak about more subtle attachment or defilements, we speak about thoughts about niyati, about the relatives or family, thoughts about country or the place, and the thoughts about personal reputation or how I stand in society, my social like relationship status or something like this. So these things are much subtle. They're not entirely unwholesome. Yeah, to think about my family, how am I help to my family, how am I help to my country, or how am I help to the place where I stay, like for example to teams or to monastery or whatever, or think about how other people would perceive me. Is this action is wholesome, would be inspiring for others? These thoughts are not unwholesome. This is not something what, I don't know, created bad karma and so on. But one thing for meditator who really want to settle his mind and attain some level of stability, of samadhi, this is obstacle. Like if you sit and meditate and think about your family, of course you would not get deeper level of samadhi. It's an obstacle. And on another level, it's even a kind of identification. I think about my family, I think about my country, I think about my social reputation or whatever. I don't think about other person family, like what I mean, I may, of course, how is your family, but if he is my friend, again, if something to do with me, if like very rare, yeah, there are people who think about families in Africa or somewhere where like I never saw, but if I never heard about some country, like, you know, some country in the middle of Pacific Ocean, some country with a small island. Sometimes we don't know all the names of those countries. And it's almost impossible that you would think about family in that country because you never heard about this. You never know, like, your mind never heard that something there exists. So that's why it's everything to do with self, like I or my or something what I heard, something what, like belonging to me. And on more advanced stage, anything to do with self, it's kind of attachment. But we know attachment leads to suffering. Whenever I attach to something and this change, and if I believe that it's my beloved family and something happened, my child sick or whatever, of course I would suffer. It's like no one like it. But if I understand that this is conditioned phenomena, this is just kind of happen, and I can do the best to kind of heal him and like find a doctor and so on. But the fact that things change, I cannot do anything. I'm not in full control. And that's a little bit give you a sense of detachment. And this is possible to go deeper in your meditation practice, to attain more deeper level of samadhi. And now we come to the last part. And it says, only what is remind is thinking about Dhamma. So the person may think about Dhamma. We speak about active thinking about Dhamma. Like, for example, even when you guide your meditation a little bit. Like, you heard some Dhamma, for example, we speak about open awareness. Yeah, you heard that Bhante will speak about touch and go principle. Yeah, you touch some experience and you like make a note of it and just go to the next, and then touch again and go. So these kind of things, and this is instruction what you keep in mind. Dhamma instruction what helps you to meditate. So this I would say what would remind on this stage. You just remember clearly what to do, and you actively do it. Okay, now I observe the breath, and I a little bit stay longer than necessary. I need to go further. So this small adjustment of meditation, they call it management of meditation. This is wholesome. This is necessary. But this would be the last active state. What will remind in that state when you go close to deep samadhi. And the sutta call it like when you guide or motivated by sankhara. And sankhara in this case it's any evolutional activity, because these things what we're speaking about, like I remember the instruction and I try to follow the instruction, this is a evolutional activity, and this is again this is important. But the sutta says that if you really want to attain deeper level of samadhi, even this refined beneficial state, sooner or later you need to calm down. So that's what at the beginning I say, it's speak about just from the beginning and quite to very advanced level. And as people perceive, it's like level of after second jhana and so on, so very deep level of samadhi. And that time, just there would be time when this gross, in a way, active thinking, or even if it's like some investigation, you investigate reality, you think about impermanence, you think about that I shouldn't identify with this, or I should let go. So this is active verbal thinking process, and it's necessary. But this thinking process would not allow you to go deeper in samadhi. And that's what Sutta says, that after some time, you need to settle it. And the still even active investigation may happen. But this investigation, the teachers always say, it's more intuitive. Like I just observe the impermanent nature. I observe the nature of absence of self. I observe the nature of maybe dukkha or absence of satisfaction. But it's not with active thinking. And once person be able to let go of this and be able to obtain the settled state of mind, the sutta continues that as a gold, you can make with this gold whatever you like, yeah, like in any shape. Same way, this mind you can make anything. It starts from various kind of psychic power. You can like go through the walls, you know, fly to the sky, all these things with the developed mind, of course. But more things what relevant to attainment of Nibbāna, it's a psychic power of recollection of past life. They say about this psychic power of seeing how beings arise and pass away according to their karma, law of karma, and then destruction of the taints, destruction of the defilements. So, of course, we speak about advance and the last level, but every time when I speak about instruction, what to do, it gives the same Pali sentences. Pajjahati vinodeti bhyanti karoti anabhavam gameti. Means put an end to it, not tolerate it, and just stop it. So whatever you work with gross defilements, middle defilements, subtle defilements, or even you work with thinking about Dhamma, there would be time you need to just stop it. Don't do it like anymore. And this is a way, like they always say, like in Buddhism there is no some secret teaching for arahants, you know. So the arahants do the same what do not arahants, just on a more deeper and profound level. So we have all instructions. I wish you, like wherever you are, just to work hard, and work hard means not to exert yourself to some extreme level, but just every single moment try to clean your mind from unwholesome mental state. Whatever unwholesome mental state you are aware, just get rid of this. And in some degree you would attain this small level of freedom from suffering. So, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.